Hi, welcome to Gramophone Music Studio YouTube channel. In this video, I'll discuss with you how much does it take to host a concert in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. The music industry in Malaysia is growing and the demands for concerts are higher than ever. Have you thought about planning your own concert? But how do we begin? How do we actually plan a concert? In this video, I'll talk about the multiple aspects into planning a concert. Firstly, we'll have to decide the program of the concert. There are a few things to consider. Firstly, the type of music. Would it be solo instrumental, chamber music, ensemble, orchestra, or band, etc.? Next, the genre of music. Would it be classical, pop, jazz, or ethnic music? And the theme of the concert. What is the concert about? And also the duration. How long will the concert be, and should there be an intermission? And here are some examples about the types of concert, such as solo instrumental for solo piano and solo guitar, and literally any other instruments. Next, chamber music like string quartet or piano trio, and also a lot of other possibilities. Ensemble like choir or brass ensemble, and many other possibilities. Orchestra concert like symphony orchestra or Chinese ethnic orchestra, and also many other possibilities. For band like rock band or marching band. These are just a few examples, and of course there are endless possibilities. And one thing to note is that the classical music concerts, the audience may be limited, but most of these materials are under public domain, which means it is free. As for the modern music such as anime or movie soundtrack, etc., they are high popularity, but they are copyrighted music. If you are interested to know more about this, I may make another video to explain about copyrighted music. And then, depending on the type of concert, we should scout the venue. Previously, we have this video on our channel, the 10 classical music or performing art venues in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia that you may not know about. This will be a great start for the introduction of the venues available in Kuala Lumpur. I'll attach the link in the description box. There are a lot of factors to consider before deciding the venue. Firstly, the size of the venue. It should be able to fit your expected audience size. And the compatibility, whether it's suitable for the genre of music you're performing. Location, where are your targeted audience coming from? And also whether the venue is indoor or outdoor, as it will be subject to weather conditions. And next, the facilities. Do you require a dressing room or backstage facilities for the performers? And the equipment, whether they provide a piano, sound system, or a lighting system in-house. The hall acoustics is also quite crucial, especially if you are performing acoustic and classical instruments. And lastly, the accessibility, whether it's wheelchair friendly or is there any lift available. And now I'll show you the potential venues that can be possible to host a music concert. Firstly, a concert hall or performing arts center, such as Devon Philharmonic Petronas or PJ-PAC. These venues are designed for performing art purpose, and they are usually completed with most equipment required. The venue is also versatile for all kinds of performance and suitable for a large audience size. On the other hand, the higher cost is usually rather high, and it might be too serious for certain performances like pop music or jazz. Next, event space or hotel ballroom, such as Astana Bamboo Hills, Kuala Lumpur, Le Méridien Hotel, and KLCC Convention Center. There are various options for the size of your audience. They are fully indoor and air-conditioned for the comfort of audience, and it is suitable for all types of performances. However, these venues are not designed specifically for performance. The higher cost also is usually rather high. Depending on the venue, it may not have complete equipments for performance needs, such as piano, music stand, etc. The next venue would be a stadium, like National Stadium Bukit Jalil and Axiata Arena Bukit Jalil. These are the popular choices for high capacity of audience size, and it is suitable for pop music concert and other large-scale performances like marching band, Chinese drums, etc. On the flip side, outdoor stadium has risk on weather conditions. Usually, the stadiums are too open and wide, and it is not ideal for classical performances. The following place would be a community hall or school hall, such as DBKL Auditorium and SJKC Kaichi Multipurpose Hall. The cost is usually more affordable, and it is suitable if the majority of your audience comes from a certain district or area. And these places are indoor and air-conditioned. But, depending on the venue, it may not have complete equipments for your needs, such as piano or music stand, and these venues are not really designed specifically for performance. Next up, music school concert space, such as Desiso Fine Violin Concert Space and KS Strings in Petaling Jaya. It is usually built for good acoustics for classical performances, and grand piano is also usually available in-house. It is fully indoor and air-conditioned environment. However, the size might be small to cater your audience, and it may not be accessible for a wheelchair user depending on the location. And the next venue would be University Hall, such as UCSI Recital Hall and Sunway University JC2 Hall. It is usually equipped with facilities if the university offers music courses. It is suitable for classical or pop music performances, and it's indoor and air-conditioned environment. However, normally the rental is not open for public and subject to approval by the university. Next, music bar or restaurant or cafe, like Bobo KL and Jiao Tim at Petaling Street. This venue is suitable for a jazz band or live band performances. It provides a cozy environment with food and drinks for audience. But it is only suitable for a certain type of performances, and usually it will be on collaboration basis with the bar or restaurant owner, which means it's not available for public hire. And the following venue would be art gallery, such as Temu House. It provides an intimate setting and quiet environment suitable for solo or chamber performance. The downside is it will be lack of the sound and light system and only suitable for certain genre like classical or contemporary music. And the next place would be public park or garden, such as KLPAC Outdoor Park and Botanical Park Putrajaya. This is a suitable venue to host free concert as the traffic is high, and it is suitable for portable and acoustic instruments that doesn't require electricity. However, outdoor park is subject to weather conditions, and it is also not suitable for acoustic instruments that is sensitive to outdoor conditions. And next up, shopping malls. The pros is it's suitable for festive season performances such as during Christmas, and it is easy to attract crowds for exposure and promotion for events. However, this involves liaising with the mall's management because it's usually not available for hire. All the equipment has to be prepared on your own, and there is no profit on ticket sales because you can't sell tickets. Church would be a good venue to host for sacred music performance. And lastly, flash mob. It is usually done at popular spots at an open space. Now that we have covered the type of concert and the venue, let's talk about date and time. Here are some tips to plan for the date and time. For the date, weekends or public holidays are favorable. Avoid peak festive season where most people will be out of town. As for timing, you can pick whether it's in the morning, afternoon, or at night. It would depend on your targeted audience. For example, young kids are likely to avoid night performance, and for example, jazz performance is less ideal in the morning. And here are the costs of concert that you should keep in mind. Most importantly would be venue hire. Generally, concert halls and performing arts center and stadiums are more costly due to the capacity. The lower cost options would be music school concert space and community multipurpose hall. Next, the instruments rental, insurance, and transportation costs. For instance, to rent a grand piano, you will be paying for the piano rental, a transportation cost for round trip, the tuning cost, and insurance for a piano if applicable. And also sound and light system external hire if it is not provided at the venue. The code varies depending on the complexity of your requirement and manpower. And next, promotion. It is applicable for paid promotion for your concert, including on social media, TV, radio, etc. And then ticketing system. It is for venues with numbered seats. They will usually require you to pay for their ticketing system service. At times, a processing fees will be charged per ticket or according to the agreed ratio of ticket sales. The following costs would be hiring the ushers. For large venues, it is necessary to have ushers to guide and assist your audience. And next, hiring the photographer or videographer. The cost varies according to the quotation and package. And then, hiring the MC. The cost also varies according to quotation and package. And the following one would be props or designer. You may have to hire a designer to design a poster, a concert booklet, etc., and also the cost to make props if applicable for your performance. And next, licensing. For copyrighted music, including gaining the permission to perform and purchasing the sheet music, etc. This is applicable if you are performing music from living composers, such as Disney music and movie soundtracks. And lastly, miscellaneous, such as printing posters, program booklet, preparing the tokens or souvenirs for the audience. Now, I'll share a real case study on the cost to host a piano students recital. Disclaimer, the details such as amount may be inaccurate from when the video is published. Kindly contact the respective organization to obtain the latest quotation. For this concert, the piano students recital, there is no sound and light system needed. The MC, designers, and ushers are all volunteer and there is no photographer and videographer. Case 1. The Music Studio Concert Hall. The cost will involve the hall rental, either per hour or per day, inclusive of grand piano usage, the chairs, and air conditioning. The capacity is around 60 to 70 pax, and it is free seating. And finally, the miscellaneous to print posters, certificates, and tokens of appreciation for participants. The rental for per day up to 8 hours would be 1,388, and for miscellaneous 200. So total would be 1,588 ringgit. And for case 2, KL Pack Pentas 2. The cost would include the hall rental for per day, the capacity is up to 200 seats, a grand piano rental and transportation because it is not provided in-house, the technician's charges for sound and light, which is not applicable for our concert, and ticketing platform, and lastly the miscellaneous. The hall rental for per day is 10,000 ringgit, a grand piano rental 2,500 ringgit, transportation 500 ringgit, tuning 300 ringgit, a ticketing platform 1,000 ringgit given that all 200 seats are occupied, and for the miscellaneous 200 ringgit, which brings the total cost to 14,500 ringgit. And for the third case, at KLGCC Piano Lounge, the cost would include the rental, either per hour, half day, or full day. The capacity is 60 to 80 pax. You also have to pay for the piano tuning and the miscellaneous. A full day rental would be 6,000 ringgit, and for piano tuning, 300 ringgit, and for the miscellaneous, 200 ringgit, which brings the total cost to 6,500 ringgit. For instance, I decided to go with case 3. The cost is 6,500. To break even, I have to obtain 6,500. The capacity is 60 to 80 pax. So for instance, 6,500 divided by 80 pax, which is the maximum capacity, which means my ticket price has to be 81 ringgit and 25 cent minimum, and I'll have to increase the ticket price to gain profit. To gain profit, I priced the tickets to 100 ringgit, and for instance, the capacity is 80 pax and it is fully booked. So my revenue would be 8,000 ringgit minus the cost or expenses 6,500. I would gain a profit of 1,500. But if unfortunately I didn't manage to sell all the tickets, I only sold 60 tickets, which means my revenue would be 6,000 ringgit minus the cost or expenses 6,500 ringgit. At the end, I lost 500 ringgit. There are a few aspects to consider before deciding the ticket pricing, such as the level of performers, whether they're professional, amateur, or students, the targeted audience level of income, the demands, location, and aim of concert, whether it's for profit or for charity. A fair ticket price would help to boost the ticket sales. And now that we have covered the costing to host the concert, let's talk about the ways to reduce costs. Firstly, seek for sponsorship, such as searching for a venue sponsor or business who is willing to provide financial sponsorship in exchange for exposure or advertisement. Next, collaboration. Join forces with other parties to share the costs. You can also look for volunteer service for ushers, MC, photographer, videographer, designer, etc. Next, try to utilize license-free materials so you can avoid paying for royalties and copyright. And lastly, apply for grant. Some organizations provide grant to fund performing art activities. I hope this video helps you to gain some insight into concert planning and costs. As we can see, it is not easy to host the concerts because of the high cost and the energy spent into planning it. So whenever possible, I strongly encourage you to support the music community by attending these music concerts and events. We will share some music concert information on our Instagram. Please follow us on Instagram for quick updates. It is Gramophone Music Studio, same as our channel's name. And that's the end of this video. See you next time.